Good morning and welcome to today's daily tarot outlook reading. If you have not done so yet, go ahead and take the second to click below and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ting that bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And with that being said, I'm going to draw today's energy card. And today's energy is all about intuition. It's listening to those messages that are coming into from the divine and allowing that to bring you in the wisdom that you need in order to be extremely creative and capitalize on um, what those messages are bringing you. Um, when you listen to your intuition, it allows your creativity to really be amplified. A lot of times we instinctively know what direction it is that we really want to truly go after. And in order to get to where we want, we have to listen to our gut. We have to listen to what it is that is driving us, what's pushing us, what direction is it that we should go. We know what, of course, what's right and wrong, but what is right and wrong for you is not so much what's right or wrong for someone else. Now, when we look at this card, we have the spider down here in the web that is really a highly creative energy. A lot of times, spiders um, represent something negative to people. Let me see if you can see that spider down at the bottom there. And of course, she's holding that owl, and there is another owl over here. Now, this is, really that wisdom that is coming in from the divine. It isn't so much um, about just information in itself, but it's wisdom. This is coming from the divine, in from the back of your mind, from your subconscious, and it's really learning to balance that subconscious and conscious decisions. Your subconscious is always alert, it's always working, whether you're asleep, whether you're awake. Those messages are always being um, delivered and retained by your subconscious. So today I really want you to listen to that subconscious, especially when it comes to any kind of decision making and people. You instinctively know um, when people are the right fit for you and if when they're not. So, with that energy in mind, we will continue on for today's general reading. Okay, the first card out there is the Four of Pentacles. And that Four of Pentacles is really putting you um, or giving you the feeling of security, that feeling of being able to put stuff away and store it for when it's needed. She's looking at this pantry and how full it is and what is really needed, what isn't needed, sorting things out, kind of like that spring cleaning phase, and figuring out what it is she's going to need for the future. So, really stop and think today about what it is that you need right now. And if you don't need it right now, are you going to need it in the future? And if you're not, then either sell it or give it to a charity, something in those lines today. And then we have the Seven of Chalices coming in, which is saying that there are opportunities today that are really coming in for you. And I want to combine that with that Four of Wands energy, which is, that success, that is that early success. It's laying down those foundations. So, whatever this opportunity or opportunities are today, you're going to have to listen to your intuition bring in that energy of that intuition card and think about what is the right direction for you. Really think about this decision before you make it because this can be something that is going to be long lasting. And with that Four of Wands, it is, that foundation. It is um, that fire, that passion that you have for something, whatever this is, whether it is a relationship, whether it's a career decision, whatever this is, um, allow that intuition to make this decision for you and maybe even possibly rethink it a couple of times before you really settle on that decision and allow that your subconscious to merge with your consciousness and make those decisions. And then we have the Three of Wands coming in, which is saying that you have done a lot of work, which is definitely backing up that Four of Pentacles. And today, maybe it's time to relax a little bit about getting up and going and really sticking to that plan because we have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is saying that you've already planned everything out. Um, you've got that knowledge of what you want to do and who you want to do it with, which is also signified by that Knight of Chalices, which is really, again, listening to that intuition and allowing those dreams, wishes, hopes to come in when it has to do with people or communication today. And now we are going into Mercury retrograde today. So this could be a day to really think about what you say before you say it, or think about what you do before you do it. Make sure everything is in line so that Mercury retrograde doesn't, rear its ugly head and throw a monkey wrench into everything. And you accidentally say the wrong thing to the wrong person and ends up in an argument or disagreement, especially when it comes to um, career and relationships because we have both of these nights here. So really plan out what you're doing today, plan out what you want to talk about, um, what you're going to say to certain people. Um, and really take a step back today. Don't be too pushy or assertive with the people, your communication, uh, and anything that you're doing today. Just go with the flow today. Um, kind of do your normal thing, and don't be going too overboard today. Okay, now we have the King of Wands on that Four of Pentacles up there. And this is really seeing where you're at, thinking about where you want to go, what you're going to need in the future. And then we have that King of Wands, which is pushing us towards something new, but something that we're passionate about, something that we have been working on in working towards. And he's just coming in today to remind us that we do have that ability to be organized enough to have that um, solid grounding ability, but that passion to go along with it, the passion to make something out of whatever it is that we have and to push that forward. And then it's pushing us into those opportunities that are arising today. And that Eight of Wands is saying, no matter what happens, that intuitive, as long as we listen to that intuition that's coming in and that creative energy, and allowing that to come in, it's going to allow us to problem solve much quicker. And it can possibly bring us in that recognition from others, which that Six of Swords is bringing in that transition. So it could be pushing us towards a new transition when it comes to that those foundations that we've already set. So it is that movement again today, but a slow movement. We have a lot of um, fire in this reading, but we also have a lot of um, emotions going on and that grounding along with it. So it's staying grounded in what we're doing and allowing our intuition to guide us into what we are truly after and what we truly want in our lives. And then we have that cave of chalices, which is again telling us to sit back, think about um, those people in our lives and our how we communicate. And since it's on that three of wands, which is telling us to think about new directions, fantasize about new directions, and to, allow the movement to happen without, self sabotaging ourselves. And think about where it is that we want to take what we're doing or where it is that we want to go as far as relationship wise. Is there somebody that you really want to take things to the next level? It is about a little bit of transition today, but not a major transition. A lot of these people are sitting still. They're not moving. They are contemplating, they are allowing the energy to flow through them and more using your mind today and instead of um, emotional action or any action pretty much at all. It's just that slight movement today. And we have that 10 of wands reversed on that knight of pentacles, which is saying that we are clear in our direction and we're not bogging ourselves down with menial things. We are staying on task. We are, we do have that energy that is, pushing us, which is coming in a lot from that King of Wands energy over here. And it is positive movement. It is moving us forward. It is feeling a feeling that you are where you need to be. It is um, that positive energy of movement forward, but not forward like really pushing it today. And we have that chariot card on that Knight of Cups up there, or Knight of Chalices. So we have that success and happiness that comes from being present with our family. There is a success factor when it comes to especially communication and people today. So if you're thinking about a relationship and where it's going, there is going to be that feeling of, success, that feeling of happiness, that feeling of togetherness, and fun that is also brought in with that chariot, as well as balance. There is um, a shift from lackful thinking into that balance and security, especially when you combine that chariot with that four of pentacles and that four of wands. Um, and even the three of wands, we have that security and that knowledge of where we're going and that we've done the hard work. We're still plugging away at it, and there's no kind of major surprises that are awaiting for us. We will. There is that sense of accomplishment today. Okay, now on that Four of Pentacles and that King of Wands, we have the Four of Air. Now, the Four of Air is all about those messages that are coming in from the divine. So, that is really backing up that intuition card in the beginning of this reading. It is really telling you to pay attention to those signs and messages that are coming in from familiars, from different symbols and signs that you see today. There's that four of clover in there. There is the cat, the crow, and we have the little fairies, and we have the coin below. So, and of course, we have the eclipse up there in the corner. of the card. So, what is it that these symbols are really talking about? When you see different signs today, really pay attention to them because they've been trying to get your attention so they can push you in the direction that you want to go, something that you are passionate about doing, something that you are going to be happy with. So allow again that intuition to work for you today, and follow those signs and symbols that are being put in your path today. Don't ignore those signs because those are really positive and creative signs today. So again, fall back on that intuition today and really pay attention. And we have that wheel of the year coming in on those opportunities and that all that fire and fast um, thinking and action with that eight of fire. We have that wheel of the year, which is saying we are progressing again. It is that progression along with that trend that six of swords, which is that transition from the light or from the dark into the light and showing us our way. Allow this to come in, capitalize on that today. And we have that initiation card, which is saying this is something that we are really going to enjoy. It's something that is truly our path. So don't ignore that creativity. Don't ignore those messages. Don't ignore that intuition. Um, Really focus on it today and follow that intuition because it's going to lead, from those opportunities and that seven of chalices into that wheel of the year and into that six of swords transition, that from that four of wands. This solid foundation that you've brought in is really going to move into bringing in that creativity to make something bigger. It's going to be building on that four of wands, that foundation that you have, and it's going to be something that is right up your alley. It's something that is going to really um amplify that intuition for you and amplify those feelings of going in the direction that is truly for you, no matter what anybody else says. So don't allow anyone else to sway your decisions today other than the divine, other than your intuition. Your intuition is really going to serve you today. And we have that nine of earth, which is really grounding energy, and again, telling us to sit back and relax today and just be in the moment and allow that flow today, and appreciate that flow. Be grateful for that flow. Be grateful for that intuition and be grateful for those messages that are coming in from the divine. And we have that two of water, which is on that. Um, Knight of Pentacles and that Ten of Wands reversed, which is saying this energy today is going to be refreshing. It's going to be um, that extremely communicative or communicative. You can communicate what your thoughts, your feelings, your goals with people. If there is a new relationship, which is very possible with that Knight of Palaces up there. If there is that new relationship, um it'll feel right today. But again, listen to that intuition. The two of water is signifying new people, but not necessarily a new love relationship. If that is what you are focused on today, that is a possibility, but this does not say that. It's not saying that this is going to be the perfect person. Again, bring in that intuition and listen to your gut when it comes to the people, especially. And then we have the five of earth on that knight of chalices and on that chariot card, which is saying that these changes, again, it's not going to be fast changes today. Things are going to take time. That five of earth is reminding us that, it takes a very long time for water to erode the earth. Think of that erosion, in terms of how long it takes a certain thing to happen, or takes a certain project, or it takes so long to get to know somebody new, and allow it to happen. In this card, I don't know if you can see, but let me see if I can get this a little closer. You have those gnomes that are sitting around the waterfall, and they're sitting, they're not moving. The water is the only thing moving in this picture. And it is just reminding us to, again, be in the moment, enjoy everything, enjoy the process, and allow that intuition to bring in that creativity, and really allow things to work for you today. And make sure you're communicating your hopes, your wishes, your dreams with the people that are in this situation, but don't allow them to sway you in either way. Again, listen to your intuition, count on that intuition today, and allow that creativity to happen. And enjoy the process that you're going through right now, because it is a positive process. It is movement again, but it's not fast movement. It is grounded movement. It's strategic movement. It is something that you have planned out before, and you're just following that plan today. Now, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Before you go, make sure you like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe and ting that bell so you're notified when I upload new videos, and I will see you tomorrow.